Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I would like to talk about, are you living or are you just existing? I wanted to put this in the blog because years ago someone asked me, say Lacey, are you living or are you just existing? It's a difference between living and just existing. When you're living life to the best, to the fullest. You're living all your dreams. You're living all your potentials. You're living everything that's inside of you that you want to do. You're basically doing all the things that your heart desire when you're living. You're actually living life the way we were put on this earth to live life, not just to exist. If you're just existing, meaning that you're just a human being with a number, with a social security number, you're not doing anything. You just exist. Only thing they know about you, you were born such and such day, your social security number, and things like that. Because you are only existing on this earth. You're not doing anything that calls you to live your true life, live and be your true self. That's something that everybody needs to think about in life. Everybody on this earth, we're put here and we're all given a number. We're given a time on this earth to stay. In that time frame, when our time frame is up, we want to make sure that we lived our life, not just exist. Because when my friend came to me years ago and said, Lacey, you're not living life, you're only existing. For her to know that, she seen that I was only existing. I had a number. I had everything that they require on the earth. I'm just existing. I'm doing every day the same routine. Existing. Going to work, coming back, doing the same thing over and over. When I finally realized she was right, I had never stepped out in the real world and lived life actually for what it was. I had never experienced things that I wanted to experience. I never had taken chances. I never did nothing that was spectacular. And she was the one to remind me that I was only existing and that no one really knew that I was living until I made myself live. And I just want to share a couple of pointers with you to help you to get on the right track so everyone can live. Don't just stay on this earth and be on the earth doing the same routine daily or what the world train you and brainwash you to do. Because the world gonna train you. You go to work every day, take care of your children, your bills. You do the same thing over and over. You don't have no life. You don't go nowhere. You don't do nothing. You're not living. You're only existing. You're staying in one place for particular hours a day. You can't get you off the couch once you finish with your day of work. That's not living a productive life. That's only existing. And everybody deserves on this earth to live. You want to live. You were put here to live, not just to exist. Because if you were only put here to exist, only thing we needed to know is your name. Existing is only knowing your name, your social security number, birthday. You're only existing. You're only here. You don't, nobody know nothing of you, nothing you do or anything because you're only existing. You don't want to stay on the earth and just exist. That's a waste of your time. That's a waste of your life. You just exist. Nobody ever knew nothing because you only existed on this earth. You never had an opportunity. You never gave yourself a chance to go out there and live, experience the life of living like most people do. I have now, since my friend told me that I was only existing, for the last years, couple of years, I have been living life instead of just existing. So I'm no longer existing anymore. I'm actually living life. I actually can feel the freedom of life. I can feel the happiness. I feel the craving of doing the things that you want to do, the all the things that your heart always desire is what you need to do before you leave this earth. You need to do something. If you haven't went on a trip, you haven't seen the world, you haven't did something that pertains to living. You went to movies, you haven't did anything, you haven't even took your children to a play game, a play night, a bowling alley, something to live life instead of just existing. It's more to life just to exist. And that's something you need to know and everyone around you. Because a lot of people, they get to a certain age and they realize that they never did nothing with their lives. They never did anything. All they did was the same routine every day. Sit on the porch, maybe drink coffee, watch TV all day. They did the same thing over and over and over. It was not a life, it was a routine that they lived. Because you were supposed to live, not live a routine. Because when you're living life, you don't know what's going to come in the equation. You don't know what's going to make you happy, what's not, because you're living life to the fullest. You're living a great life. I'm not saying you live life dangerous. You live it to the fullest being happy. Take chances. Take risks. You never know what's out there for you until you live. You have to actually live to experience what the world has out there for you. I just want to hit notes on that. Are you living or are you just existing? That's a question I would like to ask everyone. Are you really living or are you just existing? Are you just complaining about, oh, I don't have this, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, or, money is funny, bills, this and that? Everybody on the earth has bills. Everybody in the world that is responsible has responsibilities. Everybody in the world has a choice and a chance to go and live life. It's no way you're going to live your whole life where you won't have no extra money or nothing to do for yourself to live life. That's an excuse. That's an excuse to stay existing, where you can live the routine life that the world presented to you. Go to work, take care of your kids, your husband. You come back, you cook, you do what you're supposed to do in your household, and then that's it. You go to bed, wake up, do the same thing every day. That is not life. That is not actually living it. You are only existing because the job only going to know you for existing or working. It won't know you for nothing else. Your children and everyone else will only know you of being a mom or a dad that went to work and came back immediately and stayed in the house and never did anything. So you have to live, not just exist. You want to do things in your life that leaves memories. When you're living life, you're going to leave a memories back for your grandchildren, for your children, for your family to always remember you on. You don't want them to just know you as being a person that stayed in the house every day, didn't do anything with their life. And the only thing they can say, well, my sisters or my brother, they never did anything with their life. They never had a chance to go out there and actually experience living life. You want to experience. Once you experience it, you will understand that it's more to life than just existing. You were not put on this beautiful world, in this beautiful world and on this earth. This earth has so many things to see, so many things to do. It's no way you were put on this earth to only limit yourself in one spot, in one state. You were not put here to do that. You were put to explore. And explore means you need to explore the world. You need to go out there, experience the happiness, the goodness, whatever it may have to offer. Go out there and experience it. It doesn't matter if you take a trip once a year, once every 6 months. You're trying to live and not just exist. Make your time on this earth worth your while. You want it to be worth your time that you were here. Because once you're gone, guys, it's no coming back. You won't be able to come back to repeat it. You will not be able to come back and get another chance to start over and say, okay, now I want to live life. I seen that I only existed in the first life. Now I want to come back to live. It won't go that way. Once you're gone, it's up for the rest of your family and children, whoever is left here, to pick up that pace and live. So you want to make sure that you are living life. You're doing things that is dealing with living, being happy. We all deserve to be happy. Nobody deserves to be sad, just going to work, doing the same routine. You're sad because you have no life. You have nothing to do. You're seeing the same people every day, all day until you get off of work. You haven't went out there and haven't experienced nothing that the world has to offer. You haven't went look at the mountains, look at the waters, look at the different grasses in the world. You haven't experienced the different breath of air. You haven't smelt the different airs in the world. Because why? You live a routine life. Don't continue your life living a life like that. You want to live a life that's make you happy. Living a productive life where you're living. You're actually living. Everyone can see it. It shows on your face, guys, when you're living life. It will show. Everyone will know it. You won't have to tell them. They're going to know that you're really living life. That's what you want to do. You want to live. Take it from me, from a person that was only existing, living a routine life. Didn't ever go out there and experience life until my good dear friend told me I were only existing. And she said, you never had a chance to live life, Lacey. You never actually live life. She said, you're not living life. She said, you're living a routine of what the world wants you to live. She said, Lacey, that's not what life is about. She said, you need to see the finer things and the nice things in life. And the only way you can see it, Lacey, it starts with you. She said, coming out of that deadness, coming out of that zone, coming out of that routine. You have to get yourself out of that. You have to awaken yourself out of that. And if you don't get yourself out of it, you're not allowed to live it and to actually fully experience living life and not just existing. Because it's easy to tell if a person is just existing. You can look at their daily lives every day and you can tell that they are only existing. And it's something that you need to know, that it prepares for the whole world. You need to live life, not exist. Okay? Everybody know you're here. Everybody know on your birthday. Everybody know when you were born. They know that you're existing on the earth. We know that. But what are you doing on the earth after you came? Are you just living a existing life? Are you living a fulfillment life? Are you actually living a fulfillment life? Are you actually living it? Or you just, like I said, you just here. You just here. You don't know why you're here, but you're just here. That's not living life if you don't know why you're here. You're supposed to know why you are here. Everybody is worthy and everybody is precious and everybody deserves to be here. That's why you're here. If you didn't deserve to be here, your soul wouldn't have come into your body that you're in. So you are well deserving to be here. It starts with you. Are you just existing? Stop existing and start living. Go out there and do something, guys. Live your life. If life call you tomorrow, what does people have to say that you done, or what made you happy? You want them to say, oh, Clifford only went to work, came back, sat down on the porch, he drank 2 or 3 beers a day, he watched TV for an hour and then go to bed. They're gonna say he was very predictable. He was predictable. You know everything he was gonna do. That's a person that doesn't have a life. That's predictable. They do everything the same way. It's a routine. And you're expecting change? That's insane. That's insanity. To expect a change if you're doing the same thing over and over. You're not going to get a different result. You have to do something different to get a different result, or you're going to be insane. Because you cannot get a different result by doing the same thing over and over. So if you just existing and you're very predictable, you want to be basically unpredictable. I'm very unpredictable. You won't ever know what I'm going to do. You won't ever know what my day is going to bring, because I live life. I allow to experience, and I allow myself to go through things and to feel the world and to live it, no matter what it brings. If it brings good or badness, I'm in it. It was an experience of my life that I got a chance to experience. It's something that I leave to my children or my generation. And it's something they will always know. This is Lacey at the Grand Canyon. This is Lacey, overseas. She had a chance to live life and actually go and do things. You want to live it. You want to go places that you've never seen. You want to see the different flowers in the world, all the different textures of grass. You want to see all the different rocks, all the different stones. You want to see all the different corners of the earth. You want to be able to experience that and see that. You want to see everything, all the different waters. You want to be able to see how crystal blue, how crystal clear the water is all over the world. You can never experience that if you only stay stuck in one place in life and you only exist. If you only exist, they know nothing of you but your social security number, your name, and things where you work. That's all they would know about you of just existing. Make it a life choice to now, after you hear this video, is to live life. Don't just exist no more, guys. Go out there and actually live. Do things you never did. You're going to enjoy it. Go somewhere that you never went. You will love it. Do something that your mind and your heart always desired. You always thought about doing it. You always seen yourself doing it. But you were too scared to go out there and do it because you were too busy worrying about your bills, worrying about your job. That means you're only existing if you're worrying about these things. We all know we have to work and make some type of money and living, but life is not all about that. Don't get caught up in the world or what the world made it to be for you only to exist. You're not supposed to get caught up in a problem. You're supposed to be eliminated from it. You're only living in the world, but you're not supposed to be doing the things that's basically just calling yourself existing of the world. of not fulfilling it and doing other things that you want to do. Don't just stay here and stand up here and everybody knowing you from working this place every day and doing the same thing every day and nobody know nothing else about you. You don't even know nothing else about yourself because you're never giving yourself a chance to go out there and actually live. You were too scared to live because you were worrying about those bills. But when you die and leave this earth, your bill's gonna still be there. So how are you gonna worry about it then? You're gonna live with regrets that you're gone now and you didn't ever get a chance to experience this world. You didn't ever get a chance or opportunity to go out there and to truly fulfill it. To truly live life to the fullest. It's what they call it. It's not living it bad or crazy. Living life to the fullest means you're living it with no regrets. You're living it up to your expectation. You're actually living life. You're doing things that you never did. You're doing wild things. You're so excited. You're actually living. You're riding on donkeys and things you ain't ever did. Rode on a camel. You going to New England. You going to places you never experienced and seen. The world is filled with a lot of amazing things. Don't just stay stuck in the place where you were giving birth of existence at. Don't just stay stuck in that place where you existed at. You want to move and go different places. You want to actually experience the world. You want to live it. You want to feel it. You want to breathe it. You want to walk in it. You want to desire it. You want to call it into your captivity. You want to call it into your equation. You want it to be in your university. That's something that you should always create because we are our own creators. So you should always create living life. You want to live it. You want to actually do things that is worth your precious time here because you're not just put here for nothing. You're put here because you're worth it. You are deserving to be here. You are awesome people. You deserve to go out there and do something great with your future, great with your life. You deserve to actually go out there and experience life. So what are you waiting on? You waiting on time to catch you up? Old age when you won't be able to do much? You may get sick, you can barely walk, barely move. You want to wait until life catches you up that way? Or you want to wait until you die and you didn't experience anything, you didn't get a chance to do anything. Now you wake up in the next world or wherever you wake up at and you realize that I actually didn't do anything that I wanted to do. I actually wasted my living on earth and I only existed. You want to wait until it's that time when it's too late, when you're not going to be able to come back, because we all know everybody that leaves the earth, they won't ever come back to tell you that they made it or where they at or anything. They won't ever come back. You won't ever see them again. So you want to wait until these things occur to where you don't outlive your age to where you can't move, you can't hardly do anything to even get to live life. Or you die without experiencing the world. You just sat there. You just sat there and waited for life to come to you. You can't expect living to come to you. You can't sit there and just wait for living to come to you and it's just supposed to jump into you and you're going to be living life. You have to go out there and live it. So if you're not going out there and living life, you will never be able to experience what life really and truly has for you. That's a living life. is to go out there and see what else the world has for you. You won't ever know, guys, if you stay stuck. Don't stay stuck. Don't just exist. Live. Take a chance. You got that extra $1,000, $2,000. Why not take a chance and go to the Grand Canyon? Why not take a chance, go to New Jersey? Take a chance, go to California. Go to Europe. Go to Jamaica. Why not you go and see things that you never seen? You never rode a boat. Go on a cruise. You never rode a plane. You always wanted to fly. Go and catch your flight. You never had a chance to scuba dive. Go and scuba dive. You never had a chance to experience swimming. Go and take swimming lessons. All these things that you wanted to do, there are results that come behind them that you can do. Don't wait until life passes you by and then you finally realize that I didn't do anything. I only existed. I only existed. You don't want to just exist. You want to actually live. So guys, I hope this message that I gave to you, I hope you take it in today. I hope you take it in. And I hope you can realize that you need to get started with your life. It don't matter what age you are. You're not ever too young or too old to start living. It starts now. You can start living your life now. It don't matter if you're 65, you're 70, or you're 55, 25. Live your life. Don't just exist. Please don't live with no regrets. You're going to regret it one day if you live and don't exist. And I mean, you just live and you're just existing and not living life. You want to be able to live, not just exist. So I hope that everybody listen to what I said today. Take heed to it. I'm not telling you how to live your life, what to do with your life. You make that own free choice and free will that you have on this earth. But I would advise you to live life to the fullest. Go experience the great things that I have experienced and the great things that I am experiencing in this world. And it's very awesome. I never knew the world had that much to offer me until I start living. And it made me happy. Make yourself happy for once in a lifetime while you're on this earth. You don't deserve just to be sad and to live a routine life, to live a predictable life. Don't just live that way. Live a fulfillment life, a happy life, a life that you crave the finer and the best in life. That's what you want to experience. And that's what I want you to experience in your life. Not the same daily routine over and over. You're coming back and doing the same thing over and over. You're not living life. You're only existing and wasting your time. You wasted your time on the earth by doing the same thing over and over. You have no one to blame but yourself. It starts with you or me first. It starts with us having to do it. Nobody can make you do it. So I hope everybody enjoyed this message. I tell everyone, go on my YouTube channel, like, share, comment, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget that post notification button. And I ask everybody to stay in tune to my videos. Also share it, let other people know, your friends, your family. It's okay to share some encouraging with them too. This is not something telling you how to live your life. It's just giving you good pointers and giving you something to look forward for. It's just basically encouraging you to live a better life and to be happy and to do things in life that you want to do and experience. So remember, I'm just an encourager. I'm not here to force you or to make you do what you want to do or what you didn't want to do. I'm only here to encourage you. So I always ask everyone, until next time, guys, you stay safe and take care. And don't forget, stay in tune to all my videos. Take care, everyone.